All right, ladies, gents, welcome back. We are on lesson 5. Still in unit 3, working on those linear equations. And today we are going to be talking about writing linear equations. Now you can be asked to write a linear equation from a graph, from ordered pairs, from a table. In our notes today, we're going to focus on ordered pairs. Because even if you had a graph, you can pick two of those ordered pairs and do the same thing. Okay, so when we are writing linear equations, we want to write them in slope-intercept form. And remember that slope-intercept form is your y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept, or the point at which the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, so you can write a linear equation by completing 3 steps. Step 1, find your slope. Using our slope formula, remember that slope formula is where m is equal to your y2 minus y1 over your x2 minus x1. Okay, so don't forget that formula. We used that a little while ago. Step 2 is finding your y-intercept, finding the point to where it crosses the y-axis. We're going to practice doing that together. And then step 3 is going to be to write your equation in slope-intercept form. Remember, your overarching goal is to find your slope, find your y-intercept, so that you can write that equation in your y equals mx plus b form. So we're going to jump right into that. We're going to do 2 examples today. Example 1 is from the ordered pair 2, 4 and negative 2, 6. 2, 4, and negative 2, 6. Well, remember, step 1 is to find that slope using your slope formula. First thing I'm going to do is label my ordered pairs, x1, y1, x2, y2. My formula, I like to write that out so I don't get confused. y2 is the number 6, minus y1 is the number 4. x2 is my negative 2, minus x1, positive 2. 6 minus 4 is a positive 2. Negative 2 minus 2 more is a negative 4. And then, as every great mathematician, we're going to simplify that. 2 and negative 4 can both be divided by 2, and I'll get a slope of negative 1/2. I'm just going to rewrite that. M is equal to negative 1/2. So that was step 1, find the slope using the slope formula. Now I need to do step 2, which is to find my y-intercept. Well, I know my equation, y equals mx plus b. That b is my y-intercept, and m represents my slope, and x and y are both just solution points. So I have 2 solution points up here at the top that I could use as my x and y in order to solve for b. So I'm going to go back up here to the top. I'm going to circle one of the ordered pairs. Doesn't matter which ordered pair you use. Just got to pick one. I chose the one with the 2 positive numbers. And then I'm going to plug in what I know. I know for my ordered pairs that y is equal to 4. I know from the work I just did that m is equal to negative 1/2. And I know back in the same ordered pair where my y was 4, my x is a positive 2. The only thing I don't know is my value for b, because that's what I'm looking for here in step 2. Okay, so now I only have one variable that's unknown in this equation, so I can solve. Negative 1/2 times 2 is a negative 1 plus b. Right now, the only thing with my b is this negative 1. So in order to get b by itself, I have to add 1 to both sides. -1 plus 1 is 0. 4 plus 1 is 5, which is equal to b. So remember, my goal is to write an equation in this y equals mx plus b. Well, I solved for m up here. I solved for b over here. So now my third step is to just write this equation. Y equals m negative 1/2. Keep your x plus, in this case, a positive 5. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. And I just wrote an equation from a set of ordered pairs. Okay, so now we're going to try another one. Example 2. Get that page flip much quicker than normal. Example 2, I'm going to find the slope of, I'm going to write an equation for the ordered pairs 8, -4, and 6, -8. Well, step 1, to make the notebook not crooked, hopefully it's not for you. Step 1 is now to find my slope. I got ordered pairs, so I need to use my slope formula. x1, y1, x2, y2. Remember, your formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The value for y2, -8, minus a -4 over 6 minus 8. Can do my subtraction now. -8 minus a -4 is a -4. Because remember, subtracting that negative is the same as adding a positive. 6 minus 8 is -2. And -4 divided by -2 is a positive 2. Because remember, two negatives make a positive. So my value for m is equal to 2. Awesome. Just completed step 1. Now I'm going to continue on to step 2. Step 2 is solving for my b. So I'm going to take this equation, y equals mx plus b, and I'm going to go up to the top and pick one of my ordered pairs. Again, it doesn't matter which ordered pair you use. You just got to pick one. In this case, I'm going to use the second one. It doesn't matter. You'll get the same answer if you use the first one. My value for y, and the one I circled, is a -8. Equals m, we just found to be 2, times x is 6 plus b. Now to get b all by itself, I first want to combine my like terms. 2 times 6 is equal to 12 plus b. And then I need to subtract that 12 since it's positive, so I can get b all alone. -8 minus 12 more is equal to a -20, which now b is all by itself. So that's my value for b. I found my slope. I found my y-intercept. Last step, write my equation. Remember, my universal equation is always that y equals mx plus b. I want to know, well, m is 2, and b is a -20. So instead of doing plus a -20, it's the same thing as writing -20. And that is how I write equations. All right, we're going to do one. I'm going to leave one problem for you to do on your own, and you can check that in our notes tomorrow. So example 3 is going to be done from this ordered pair, 0, -4, and 5, -1. And I encourage you to find the slope, find the y-intercept, and then write your equation from that ordered pair. And you can check that tomorrow. All right, have a great day.